Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. So let's talk about Floyd Mayweather. He's a legend. He's going to go down in history as the greatest boxer in the world. He's undefeated. And, he's still got money in his pocket. And hopefully he will not die broke, because we know that story has went on with plenty of boxers. So anyways, Floyd Mayweather's in the news today because he is suing his ex-girlfriend, Shantel Jackson. He's suing her because he's saying that she allegedly used his credit cards and she brought herself piles and piles of stuff and items that she shipped to different addresses so he would not find out that she was stealing from him. And he also said that she stole money that was around the house. She took things and, she put it in a different location. He didn't know about it. But he said that he did find out about her stealing and the credit card fraud is because she was bragging about it to somebody, and that mutual friend came back to tell Floyd that his ex-girlfriend has been bragging about financially stealing from him and taking things from him, and he didn't have no idea what she was doing. And so then Floyd Mayweather lawyers states to TMZ, Floyd claims Mrs. Jackson would praise him in public, then she would gain his trust and his confidence, and she would support him. And also, as a result of the confidence that that Mayweather had in Mrs. Jackson, whose education ended at the 8th grade, did not audit or otherwise inspect either his cash or his credit card statements for theft by Mrs. Jackson. So basically, his lawyer is saying that since Floyd Mayweather has an 8th grade education, he wasn't able to, look at the credit card bills or count his money in the house or something like that, because he had no idea that money was being stolen from him in the house. And he had no idea that there was credit card fraud because he couldn't basically read the credit card statements to know that he didn't purchase any of the items that are on a credit card statement. And he found out about it through Mrs. Jackson actually telling people, which is very sad that they say this about this legend, but they're basically saying that she pulled the rope-a-dope, she pulled the okey-doke on Floyd Mayweather, and she was stealing from him the whole time. So I don't know if this is being petty by Floyd Mayweather, or he really wants his money back, or he's trying to prove a point to Mrs. Jackson, or he wants to get under her skin because she is dating Nelly right now. And also she's having some issues with Nelly, not having issues with Nelly, but Nelly has been gaining negative press basically with the pulling over. He got found with meth, drugs, and guns in his bus or RV. He was his tour bus a couple of years ago. And then also not too long ago, I believe this summer, he was accused of actually rape, but the accuser said that she wasn't going to testify and she dropped the charges against him. But supposedly the county in Washington was supposed to be coming after Nelly and pressing charges against him anyway. I did do a video about Nelly and the alleged rape allegations, so please check it out and my playlist. I would leave the link down below. So I don't know if Floyd Mayweather is doing this to get back at her because he knows that she's going through this type of situation with Nelly, or this really did happen, because it seems like when people break up, especially anybody, but especially when you have, you can gain media attention and you are a celebrity, you can put any story you want out there and contact these blogs and talk to them, do interviews or whatever. You can have your lawyer speak for you. So I don't know if he's being petty or this actually happened. And who is this mutual friend that went back and told what Shantel Jackson said? Or did she say anything, or is this just being really petty? Because we all know that Mrs. Jackson is filing a suit against Floyd Mayweather for domestic abuse and invasion of privacy, which is crazy, because it's just like, damn. So Floyd Mayweather says that he didn't violate Mrs. Jackson's privacy at all. He was like, since they was in a relationship, they was public figures, public icons. So he was like, and everything that they did was on social media. So he said when he went publicly to tell the world while him and Shantel Jackson broke up was because she had an abortion. She killed his twins, or their twins. And so basically that's why he broke up with her. It's almost like The Godfather, when Don Corleone found out about his wife having an abortion and killing his son, he dismissed her and he didn't want nothing to do with her and all that other stuff. That's what it sounds like over here, because we know Floyd Mayweather has a history of his family having multiple kids. I think his mother he has a bunch of brothers and sisters. So, you know that most likely he does not believe in an abortion. But Shantel, Jackson, she has the right to do whatever she wants with her body. But, you know, on the other hand, it does suck because the father doesn't have a right to say anything about it. Even if he just wanted to have full custody of the kids, they just gave birth and sign over their rights to the father. But that's the society we live in. So, but a woman has the right to do whatever she wants on her body because she's carrying it, and she's going to be the one that's emotionally tied to having a pregnancy. And most likely when you deliver, you're going to want to keep your baby. You're not going to want to give it away. So that point is mute. But he does have a right to be upset. But did he have the right to go to the media and tell the world her private business? Like, damn, if that's the case, the doctors can do that, but there's a HIPAA law. So basically, and he put up the pictures in the slideshow of, you know, her sonogram, which is just sad altogether. And it's just like, if she wanted money and she was a thief, she would have kept his babies, because she would have got 2 child support payments, and she would have been living lavishly. I said that all wrong. She would be living lavish. And I still said it wrong. She'll be living, you know, wonderful. She'll be living better than a lot of people that have 2 children, you know. But it seems like she didn't want that money because she wouldn't have got an abortion unless the children wasn't his, unless he wasn't the father and they was going to do a DNA test. That's the only other way. And then on top of that, maybe she didn't want to have his children because she alleged that he abused her, that he beat the crap out of her, that he abused her, he choked her, he took pictures of her while she was sleeping naked, threatened to, you know, show people these pictures. She says all these things in her filing and her court document against, you know, Floyd Mayweather, that he did horrific things to her. He abused her, and then it kind of goes hand in hand with him being locked up and his baby's mother, you know, saying that, you know, he punched her in the face, he did this, he did that to her. So sometimes you don't know is who's actually telling the truth, but he was convicted and he did do 90 days in jail. So the legal system did see that it was fit for him to be locked up. But we all know the criminal justice system is not really fair to especially black men, especially if they have money or not. But now you got 2 women having this allegations against you. So it's just like, whoa, do you guys think that, you know, Floyd Mayweather abused both of these women, his first baby's mother and Mrs. Jackson? I'm like, damn. And then the stories that she said that he did to her is all in a slideshow, that he would just, you know, oh my God, he pulled a gun on her, he did this, he mistreated her, he threatened her, he held her captive. Oh my goodness. And then on top of that, you know, he had a stable of women. But I remember a long time ago, a couple of years ago, you know, Mrs. Jackson and Floyd Mayweather be posting pictures together, bags, shoes, clothes, how they live, and posting pictures of their Rolls Royce, their Bentleys, their mansion, how fabulously they live. But yeah, this was going on in the dark. So that's why you can't really believe anything that you see. You got to take it with a grain of salt, because these people be putting on these fronts in front of you like their life is good, like everything is okay with them. And then some people, you know, envy them and want to be like them, but they don't know the hell that they go through. Because whether you're a man or a woman, when you date somebody that is financially successful way more than you, and you want and for you to actually be with them, they're going to think that it's a privilege sometimes for you to be with them, so they're going to have you jump through hoops. So when I used to see these posts and these pictures, I used to be like, wow, that's nice. I ain't never even seen pocketbooks like that. And these shoes, and like they had closets and closets of shoes and pocketbooks. I'm like, whoa. But in the back of my mind, I was like, damn, I wonder what kind of hoops they got to jump through to continue living like that, to continue with all these gifts and going on shopping sprees. It's like, because they ain't giving it to you for free. You're going to have to do some things to get what you need to get. You might have to do some things that you don't want to do. And when you're in a situation like that, that kind of tortures you. That kind of messes up your mind and your personality and who you are. Sometimes you lose sight of who you are because you're so obsessed with having these material things, and when actuality you don't really need all the material things. You didn't need that big mansion, you didn't need them big pocketbooks, but yet, you know, it's put out there in society. This is how the rich and the fabulous live, and you want to be a part of that. But there's some hoops that sometimes you got to jump through if it ain't your money. So I was like, damn. So what do you guys think? Do you think Floyd Mayweather is being petty, filing this lawsuit against Shantel Jackson? Or do you think Mrs. Jackson was actually telling the truth about, you know, Floyd Mayweather, you know, abusing her and all the terrible things that she said in the docs that he did to her? I'm like, yo, I don't even know how you even stayed that long. And then, damn, you jumped from Floyd Mayweather to Nelly, and he's having all these situations, especially with Nelly being on stage and caressing the little girl's hair, talking to them all up in their face. That right there kind of like killed me a little bit. I was like, damn, that don't look good, Nelly. Like, I wouldn't want you all up in my daughter's face like that. So I just think that, you know, sometimes you just got to read between the lines. And sometimes when black men are successful and they have good careers and they're outshining like everybody in their type of in their lane, sometimes you think maybe they're being set up and things like that, because we can go back to Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., where they was assassinated. We can go back to Dr. Khalil Muhammad, what people saying he was assassinated as well. And Black Wall Street, things like that, how they would destroy, the black community and things like that. Then also people talk about, Planned Parenthood having abortions, where Planned Parenthood was basically a stable to put in the black communities to lower the increase in the growth of the African American race. This is what people say. This is what's out here on the web and things like that. So you just think about these things and you just be like, yo, that's why you have to have your own understanding of what happiness and what joy and what peace is and what love is to you. Because if you go by what you see on TV and in the media and on the blogs and on IG, you might get misled. And maybe Shantel Jackson was misled by being with Floyd Mayweather. She was going to have a better life because she was a waitress. He met her when she was a waitress at some type of food place, and then he gave her the lavish life that she was living with him for the time being. But if you listen to what she says, that she was abused and mistreated, and that ain't no way to live, because them scars stay with you, especially if you don't get help. And it also hinders your growth and your maturity as a person. I wouldn't want anybody to abuse any family member of mine that's a female, like the way she claimed Floyd Mayweather abused her. And I wouldn't want any male in my family get falsely accused as well. But sometimes the proof is in the pudding, baby. Anyways, I'm out. Tell me your thoughts on the situation. It just seems like, damn.